Yeah, good evening, everyone. Mazazuke here, speaking to us live and direct. So, this is an evening conversation. If you are joining me as usual and customary to this broadcasting channel, I would want to know where you are joining me from. Now, this evening, as the topic here suggests, let us have a conversation that the federal government of Nigeria, led by President Muhammadu Buhari, has approved a rail line that goes from Kano to Niger Republic, and that is going to cost Nigeria some billions. You know, that is going to cost Nigeria some billions. Then you ask yourself, why are we always getting our priorities right? Because here we're going to spend $1.96 billion. That is close to $2 billion. Now get out your calculator. If you do $2 billion times maybe 380 or 365 as the government currently exchanges the money, then you see that it is a substantial amount, 1.96 billion dollars. And this amount is indeed distressing, and Nigerians are angry. Many people have said that this is very insensitive. Now you ask your question, what would be the reason why the federal government would want to do something like this at this moment in time? Remember last year, when they said that the Enugu Port Harcourt rail was working, I did go to the Omaya section and I recorded it, and I said, people, the government is not telling you the truth. So as it is today, there is no rail between Port Harcourt, Enugu, or there is no rail, the one they've been promising the Niger Delta that lay the golden egg, what they call the coastal line. There is no rail from Lagos, Benin, Asaba, Onitsha, Enugu, or Calabar, Ureli, back to Lagos. And this is where we have traffic. There is no rail track, even the colonial one, that is Port Harcourt to Makurdi. There is no funds to do this. Suddenly, it is very curious than how we could find these costs to do these projects now, or rather how we can find the money to do this project. After today's meeting, that is the Federal Executive Council meeting, the government of Nigeria has approved the award of contract for the development of the proposed Kano Katsina GBR to Maradi rail line in the Niger Republic, and that is going to go through Dutse, the capital of Jigawa State, for a total cost of $1,959,000,000. That is including 7.5 VAT. Basically because of COVID, the meetings with the Federal Executive Council now are normally virtual. The Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amechi, today announced this after the virtual Federal Executive Council meeting chaired by President Muhammadu Buhari in Abuja. Initially, when I saw this information, I thought, no, that couldn't be right. I thought that was something that was talked in 2018. But I went online and I checked the tweet handle of Ajuri Ngalale, that is the half-caste that was working with Channels TV but now works with the presidency. And the rail line, according to him, the rail line, which will start from Kano, is to pass through Dambata, Kazaure. If you remember, the Kazaure is the town where the Senator Kazaure, Kazaure from the House of Assembly, the man that says economy is going like this, that funny guy, He's from Kazaure. And he's going to go through, grab your seat. It's going to go through Daura. Now, guess who is from Daura? Hmm? Your guess is good as mine. And he's going to go through Mashi. He's going to go through Castina. And he's going to go through Jibia. And terminates in Maradi, Niger Republic. Now, I do not know the traffic, the human traffic that is going to sustain this route. I do not know if we want to use that as a goods or cow rail to, transport cows, maybe. But if it's really a rail line that people have to pay, then it does not make sense in my mind for us to construct with all this porosity that we have within, we've been unable to man our borders, and suddenly a person who couldn't secure his own borders is now building rail track to Niger Republic. And we have a case at hand where we talk about the herdsmen. You call them bandits, you call them cattle rustlers. The nomenclature doesn't matter. But we have people where they say we have these herdsmen coming in from Mali, from Niger, from Chad. And suddenly you want to build a rail line to connect. Now, people, you won't hear it from my mouth, but what I'm just doing is an analysis, and I want you to connect the dots. Can you connect the dots? We are having an issue where you have an issue with security, and a serious security threat at that matter. You're not addressing it. Suddenly, you are trying to expand your frontiers. And your frontier in this case is that you are expanding your rail line. I made a tweet and I said, my late father would say in Igbo, Akuzu Akuzu Akudash. You haven't finished paying for what you owe, and you're now paying extra. We haven't finished constructing rail line for the inhabitants and for the citizens of Nigeria, who are real citizens, not imaginary citizens. But you're now going to the point of constructing a rail line for Niger Republic. Question thereof is there anything that we are not being told? Why just no sound, the next thing we hear, boom, it's been approved? I think it's something that should bother everybody. It bothers me because we have security challenges at hand, and kaboom, that's what we now have. And Nigerians, if you come on Twitter, I call it the Twitter street, or the Twitter estate, where people intellectually air their views, much better than Facebook. And here, you wonder, you're not the only one thinking about this. That means there are other Nigerians, actually. I think what I will do, I will go on Twitter to show us some of their comments. And I will read those comments so you guys will understand. And let's make this engaging. If you think you know the reason why the federal government is doing this, you can call in. I can take calls today. You can call in and, let's have this conversation. But that's going to be WhatsApp only. So it's not going to last for too long. But the bottom line here is, and I am kind of worried because we have a minister of transportation in the person of Rotimi Amechi, who also suddenly begins to tell us that he is evil. That means we also accept anyone, even if we say he's evil. That's fine, he's evil. But at some school of thought have argued, when he talks about becoming the president of Igbo extraction, and people say, "Hey, stop it there, brother." The presidency this time around, what the Igbos argue, is the president of Southeast extraction. When you talk about Southeast extraction, it's different from presidents of Igbo extraction. So get that point clear. Now, why did I mention Rotimi Amechi here? I mentioned Rotimi Amechi because he is the one that is in charge of this. Now, he is the one delivering this rail line. It appears he's going to be the Minister of Transportation for good 8 years. Now, the question is, what has he, Rotimi Amechi, done for the people of the Old Eastern region? That is the Southeast and the South-South, where he comes from. We know we have a University of Transportation that is in Daura, and we now have this rail going to Maladi, and it's going to go through Kano, Katsina, Jigawa. And that will mean that is from Kano to Dambata, from Kazaure to Daura, from Mashi, Katsina, and it's going to be terminating in Maradi, Niger Republic. Niger Republic of Niger, not Nigeria. What on earth will make you, in a time of COVID, that you do not have enough money to spend on your citizens that are dying of hunger, that you are going to be spending money in another person's country, and with doing it for a people that have less purchasing power than you? The Niger Republic, Nigerians, the Nigerians as they've been called, they don't have greater purchasing power than you and I. And here we are building this, or intending to build. Then I ask this question. There is a gas pipeline being built up north. I ask again, what is happening for the South that lay the old golden egg? What is happening for the Niger Delta that laid the golden egg? There is no rail in Niger Delta. The one Amechi, the commonest one, the light rail Amechi started when he was the governor of Rivers State, he couldn't complete it. He left it. Ruins. The billions they spent have gone in ruins. But here we are. Okamanilo. It is actually, see, the more I think about it, the more I kind of want to get angry, because it's entirely madness. How are we going to pay these loans to do this rail? These loans are going to be paid by the oil we are going to be extracting from the Niger Delta, yet the Niger Delta enjoys absolutely nothing. What manner of governance is this? Can't we, if we say it, people, are we tired? We are tired of just being treated this way as second-hand citizens, and we say, have your country, let us be on our own. Because it doesn't make sense. It's really upsetting. And Amechi was addressing the State House today, and said that another memo was approved by the Federal Ministry of Transportation for the award of contract, design, manufacture, supply, testing, and commissioning of one rail crane of 150 tons capacity for emergency and recovery of rolling stocks. One crane of rolling. Sorry. Now, the minister the minister said that the contract was meant to sort out the situations of accident on the track, added that it was awarded for a total cost of 3 billion naira. 3 billion, basically 3.49. 3 billion naira just for us to get cranes that if there is any accident, they will bring the crane to lift the coaches up. 3 billion. Sometimes with this government, I hear money. It's shocking. 3 billion. Now, to do it as if they are wanting to appease us, as if we're all idiots, cucumbers, and non-entities who understands nothing about governance. They will now come with this road project. What actually we reported this on Nigerian Media. Let me see if I can pull that up on Nigerian Media website. So if you like the conversation this evening, please can you share the video, give it a like, and by giving it a thumbs up. So let me see if I can grab my desktop, you know. Okay, so yes, here is my desktop. Now listen, people, see my desktop here, and it says the road project what 12 point, how much? How much is that again? Road project somewhere. I mean, I call that peanuts. Sorry, but that's what it is. Look at this. Look at what when you think that something. I mean, maybe they think that we are all cucumbers, some for some sort. Road project worth 12.8 billion for Abia State. Now, what it means that in the same FEC meeting today, Babatunde Fashola said that the council also approved the contract for the construction of Umuahia Bende or Hofia Road in Abia State at a cost of 12.88 billion, right? The memorandum presented by the Minister of Works and Housing today is for the section, again, see here, people, the rail to Maladi, which is Niger Republic, is a whole track. But here, when it comes to you, they will be talking about a section. Now look at it. It's for the section of the of the Ohofia to Arochukwu. 12 billion. Now compare that to 1.9 billion, 1.96 billion dollars. You see the difference. This section comprised Umuahia Bendo Hofia Road, and it was approved, for construction at 12 billion, comprising a distance of 48 kilometers. Now, for those of you who are good in mathematics, please, can you divide 45 kilometers by 12 billion? Can you please put that up in the comments section? Let's see how much they are charging us for 1 kilometer. Please, quickly, if you can help me, if you have your calculator there, for those of you who are good in mathematics, can you please do that quickly? So we are getting somewhere, people. To complement the section which was previously awarded in 2018, and that is the section from Bende, Arochukwu to Ahofia, which was 19 kilometers. Now, only 45 kilometers we are awarding at 12 billion. People, have you ever seen magic? That is what Fela, while he was alive, he's a legend. He's called, Fela calls it government magic, because the governments, they like to do magic. And this is one of them magic, government magic, where they see green and they turn into white. So let me go back to your comments before I go to what people say and see if any of you is able to unravel. So does it mean that everyone watching me now does not have a calculator or are very not too good at mathematics? I haven't seen the answer to the, the demand I've made. So can we do that quickly? Mazi is okay, you better support Biafra. We are tired of this nonsense. So, my good friend Chidonuma wrote, we are all Biafrans. Okay, so we are all Biafrans. Mike John says they're using it to bring in terrorists. And Emmanuel Agbo said, Ibado to Kano has been approved. Itakbe to Abuja, even the coastal line have been approved, but nothing. Oh dear. Emmanuel Agbo, you make me laugh. He said the Itakbe. The coastal line has been approved. Who approved it? Where? Can you tell us how much it's going to cost to fix, and when? Can you tell us the timeline? I bet you that the Maladi, that is the Niger Republic, will be done before the president leaves. It means there is something that they know, and there is something that they are planning, and there is something, an agenda that they want to fulfill before the present government leaves. So are we sleeping? At the end of the day, so what is our demand? So 45 billion for how many kilometers? Emmanuel Agbo, I think you don't understand. Please come again. Okay. Let me put back the question again for you guys to use your calculator and tell me what that is. So my question is this, right? Not 45 billion. I said 12 billion naira comprising of a distance of 48 kilometers. So can we divide can we divide 12 billion by 45 kilometers? So since no one is able to give me that, hold on quickly. Let me grab my calculator. Oh, my calculator is too small. It doesn't do billions, but I'll try. How many dots here? Hold on. 12 million. 3 more. Oh, it doesn't go further. Let me see if I can turn it to scientific. So I was just trying to avoid doing this, but since everyone is not able to do this. So 12 billion divided by 45. So, doshi. 226 million per kilometers. Na gold na they use build the road. 226 million per kilometers. Nah. 226, basically call it 267 million per kilometers. Ewo 267 million, right? Times 45 is 1.2 billion. That's correct. No. Okay. So per kilometers. Now I've done the maths. Now how what is happening with the people on the Twitter street? As I said before, the Twitter street is not happy. People on the Twitter street, they're not happy. Look at what people are saying. Is to show you. Oh, thank you, Dundee. Dundee says it 266. Exactly, that's what I got. 266 million per kilometer. 266 million per kilometer. That is whoa. Nah. Okay. So now here we have people on the Twitter street, right? And this is what people are saying. So if I've done it I've done a search, and this search is rail to Niger Republic, and I want to look at all the latest information on this, so we can see what is happening. Now, Bongrade says Buhari has approved 19 billion Kano to Niger Republic line. This is going to aid in bringing more Fulanis to Nigeria. And Black Ink says, how many regions in Nigeria are connected by functional railroads? But we have a government that just signed over $1 billion for a rail project linking Nigeria to Niger Republic. This is, blimey. See? So you see, people are not taking it lightly the way the presidency probably would have wanted people to, because this is trending. Everyone is happy. That's why I'm doing the video, because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And you ask yourself, do you have people in the National Assembly? Can they get angry on our behalf? And Akin Yellow Four says, laugh out loud. Why do you need a rail to Niger Republic? Shai Babana, wow. And the presidency, BFG, approved $19 billion line for Kano to Niger Republic. That's Fulani for you, people with there. Nigeria keep on enjoying on a change. See, he says Nigeria keep on enjoying on a change. That means he has actually excluded himself from the change. So we now, we will enjoy the change. Well, we are not enjoying the change. Not even Buhari's and his kinsmen are enjoying the change because he's very unable to keep his people safe. There is no security in Castina. He is not able to put any security in the south, in the northwest, the region where he comes from. We've seen what is happening in southern Kaduna. Southern Kaduna is still in the northwest and basically middle belt as well. So you know, if if not that they call him Sai Baba, I think some of his people will really have taken to the street. Nothing is working, even to the point that the Oduduwa people, that is the Yorubas that have voted him for the first time, voted him for the second time, and that the same people who have the VP are now calling for secession, saying they are tired. And I was speaking to someone today. I asked, "How can you be tired for a government you contributed and even while everybody was shouting, you went in with open eyes in the second marriage. Now you are shouting and you have a vice president." But October 1st, they say, is the D Day. So let's see what's going to happen. If they are going to protest, and hopefully I would see if I can attend some of their protests that day, if need be, and if time permits, if everything works out fine, then I might actually stream live to broadcast what they are doing, and I will do that from wherever they are protesting. So that is on that. So when I say that Nigerians are not happy, you can see that from every single angle. Now I can refresh this because I can go back and refresh this. You see it. This is what people are saying. And now look, this guy, Innocent Chooks, says, and Niger River didn't originate from Niger Republic. Is Niger Republic also building a rail to Mali in order to keep them? Oh, there are some people are just cracking. Now, Franklin Ekechukwu, a good friend of mine, says breaking FG approves 19 rail line to Niger Republic now. Now, wow. What's the economic impact of this action to Nigeria? I whip for Nigeria. My brother, there is no need to whip for Nigeria. Let us collectively demand for the return of 1963 or Aburi Accord. I mean, a state that can protect all our interests. Since the government has rejected restructuring, I think it's come to a point where we also, as a people, would also reject restructuring. That even if they want, and that's the reason why when I was called upon to submit a documentation for the National Assembly on an exercise that they are doing, I say for the first time I would agree with the Ariwa Consultative Forum that called the exercise an exercise in futility. The exercise is nothing but a scam because it amounts to absolutely nothing. If you want and if you really are interested in doing something, what you can do is you go back to the 2017 Aerofile report and 2014 National Confab report and the Ekweremadu Saraki-led constitutional amendment. These three documents could give you the basis of any meaningful engagement, but not to waste. Because I look at it, and I'm saying the truth. I look at it, and that exercise is nothing but just to waste fund. They just mapped money to eat, to steal, to take, and nothing meaningful will come out of it because that is a people that are so much interested in looking out and taking out money for their use. They don't think about you and I. They don't care. They have big mechanos, generators, and they live comfortable. So their kids can study abroad, nothing. But here we are battling mosquitoes, we are battling this, we are battling that. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So I don't know what you guys think. Let's maybe get busy at the comment section. But as I have analyzed, I think, it doesn't make sense. I see no sense in spending that humongous amount in building a rail. Remember, there was a time actually, the government also played with the idea. I don't know if they've actually discarded the idea, but they were talking about building in a refinery in Niger. Then you ask yourself, has Niger become an extension of Nigeria? Has Niger Republic become 37th state of Nigeria? Why this so much interest in Niger Republic? You know, why so much interest in Niger Republic? Why must we actually be bothering ourselves with Niger Republic? And someone said in Igbo, sorry, I can't translate this. He said, Niger Republic, so I don't know how to translate Ikunne. If you know what Ikunne means in English, please can help me out, but I don't know. Agụrụ m akwụkwọ na Chọkụda bụ onye nkụzi mgbe m na-agụ akwụkwọ. So, that's it. What is the interest? So let's see what. Let me take some comments. Please, on the comment section, can we try as much as possible to be respectful? Thank you. And Emmanuel Agbo again says, please, where are the representatives from the southeast? So what do you want them to do? You are outnumbered. There is nothing. I'm just being realistic. Sorry, yeah. Emmanuel, there is nothing your reps can do because they only have 15. In terms of within the Senate, you have 109, and the Southeast only have 15. So what can you do? Well, they once asked me, Mazi, what every time you talk about us, what do you want us to do? And I said to them, the minimum I demand and we demand of you is that when you do not agree with what is happening, just walk away. Is it too much to ask? I say you can walk away. You mustn't sit down and listen to some of the crap, so you can always walk away. Okay? So this is obviously what is happening, people. It is what it is. Nigeria is indeed going the wrong way. And as I keep saying, what is going to happen is that the demand for the return of 1963 constitution that gave us regional autonomy is what I still stand for. Every region should go back to their regions. That means in this case the old eastern region, you can develop at your own pace. Now, as many people don't know, they say, well, we are no longer the old eastern region working there. I say, well, you have the state as a basis, because I still believe that it is not right for someone to come from a different region that doesn't speak a people's language to be the head of security in that region. And that is what is leading to the deaths, the killings that we see. Because I keep saying it. I did a video yesterday evening. Some of you can go back and see if you can watch it. Of a young man, I think Emmanuel Lani, who was shot in Enugu. And my argument remains, and I still repeat the argument again. If the Commissioner of Police, if those police and army officers who were in Emene on the date of this incident, I don't think anybody will be shot. Because the manner and the way of engagement will change. The language will be understood, the body language will be understood, and no one wants to shoot his own. It is something the British implanted in our system in 1929 that we have not been able to deal with. Remember, the Aba Women riot, as it was happening, they sent the constables then from the eastern region to go quell the Aba Women riot. They couldn't. They couldn't shoot because protesting, they saw their wives, their mothers, their daughters. They couldn't shoot them. What the British did was to go back to Ilorin and go back to the TV land, that is today's North Central, and to bring external constables. And when they arrived, there was no emotional attachment to the people. They only saw obstructors. Remember, the previous police from the eastern region saw murders. But here, these people came in, they saw obstructors, people who disobey, people who are not falling in line. It was easier for them to shoot and kill. And after that, when the British saw, oh, this actually worked, what did they do? They now began to use that divide and rule method, where if you are from Castina, you have to go to the southeast to be the commissioner of police. If you're from Oshobo, you probably now go to Calabar to become the commissioner of police. But sadly, the recent modernization policies has actually driven that deeper than what the British done. Which is, because when you look at all the police CPs, you should be expecting that if you have 36 police CPs, you should have at least 6 or 5 Igbos, 6 Yorubas, as you know, based on state of origin. Then you can basically move them around. Sadly, that's not the case, because you will see an Adamu being the CP of Enugu, and Ibrahim being the CP of Anambra, Mustafa being the CP of River State. But sadly, you don't also see a what's it called, a Dokubo being the CP of Castina. Neither do you see an Okafo being the CP of Bonu, or do you see Mazezoke being the CP of Sokoto. I hope you get the point now. I don't need to, paint it in graphic terms for you to understand what I'm driving to. At the end of the day, so these are the imbalances in the system, because when people say, oh, they don't understand what you're talking about, can we narrow this down? These things have been narrowed down in this way. It's very, in clear terms, there is no gainsaying that the system is, what the Germans would say, the system is kaput. The system is Schrott. The system is total kaput. Kaput, as in, fertig. And the system muss repariert werden. The system must be repaired. And the way of repairing the system is a total, overhaul and total dismemberment of that system. I know they don't want to hear that, but sorry, but we will keep saying it. A total dismemberment. When you talk about a peaceful dismemberment of the system, and people are talking about other things anyway. So people, that's my analysis this evening, and I will take some of the comments and I will call it a day. Kenneth Williams says, anyway, we shall wait and see how it goes. Let me see. We shall wait and see how it goes. What's the update about the Enugu airport as October is around the corner? So I do not know. I actually had a call scheduled for on the 28th. No, is it 27th? No, 28th, next Monday, but I don't think it will happen. Before I engage on Enugu again, I wanted to get to October so that, I would have tangible information and see if the cables that is being manufactured in Germany, if it's left Germany. I don't know. But that's where I will leave it at that. So, Kenneth again. Kenneth, you're a troublemaker. He says they're just sending our photo. What's that? Oh, our future debt. Oh, okay. Armageddon. Oh dear. Akeme Ikechukwu says, indeed, we are a savior from his bondage. Okay. So, people, on that note, I will say, you now know that the federal government is planning this, and I don't think it is the best for us at the moment. On that note, I say, remain blessed and happy. Good evening once more. I will say, wherever you are, good night, good morning, and for many of us in Nigeria, we say, good night. Go now and battle with your mosquito. May God keep us all. Bye.